So tonight I'm going to show you a little bit about okra in case you don't know anything about okra. So here's my okra patch, and it's towards the end of the season and it just gets taller and taller and taller, and I'm about done picking it because okra and the okra plant has stickers all over it, little prickers, and they will prick your skin. They can cause a rash, and they get in your fingers and they make them itch and they hurt. So I wear gloves and long sleeves and jeans so that when you're crawling in through here and picking your okra, you don't get prickers and you don't itch after you get done. So okra starts out as a bloom, kind of like this. And once it's pollinated, then it begins to grow like this. The bloom will fall off, and eventually it gets bigger and bigger. This okra right here is about the right size. It's about the size of your index finger if you're a lady. Bigger is not always better. The bigger it is, the harder it gets, which is, again, not always better. So you want to kind of get small, and it'll be soft, and that's what's going to make your good okra. So when it's about the size of your index finger, maybe a little bigger, maybe a little bit smaller like this one here, it's whatever you're going to like. Once you start picking, you're going to figure out what kind of consistency you like your okra to be. I'm good with anything. It's been a couple of days since I picked, so I've got some that are too big. I've got some that are just about right. So the ones that I like, I'm going to cut those up and freeze them. The other ones, I'm going to put those in a dehydrator. After I slice them in half and sprinkle a little bit of ranch on them. The powder, not the kind in the bottle. So to pick an okra, super simple. One finger down on the bottom at the stem, one on the top, and you're just going to pick it off just like that. Super simple. Again, you're just going to flick it right off of there and it's going to pop off. You're going to have a little bit of stem left on there, but not much. If you get a little bit more, no big deal. It's going to keep growing. Okra is a very hardy plant. So it's going to have a big stem, and it's just going to keep growing and taller and taller and taller. And you can see where I've picked as it's gotten bigger and bigger and bigger. And it'll keep growing and keep growing and keep producing. So that's kind of a little bit about how okra is. And this is our okra patch. And then again, it's going to get taller and taller, and I'm going to be done picking it pretty soon because it gets above my head and it makes my face itchy, and I'm not really interested in wearing a ski mask while I'm trying to pick okra. So
show some seeds.
Seeds.
Pods for seeds.
Okay, so once they get big,
there's one right here.
Some of these are really big, and I've let them get really big, and they're just going to keep getting bigger and bigger and bigger. There's some over here that are just about ready for seeds. You can see them here. They're dried out, and those are the ones that we'll save, and we can reuse those next year after we harvest them out, and we can replant them and try to see how that works.
Now we want the pods to get dry like that, and the seeds inside will need to be black in color or dark in color. They're not ready if they're not. They won't be a fertile seed, so you want to make sure they look like that and that the seeds inside are black.
Okay, so I hope if you didn't know how to pick okra before, now you do. And if you follow along, eventually I will show you how to slice it, dehydrate it, and then again I'll do some slicing where I put it in just a freezer bag and freeze it for the winter time when okra is not, of course, in season. So follow along, and we'll see you guys next time.